Have you ever wondered what hides in the shadows when the lights go out? Most kids pull the blanket over their heads when they see something move in the dark. But not this kid. This is the story of a brave child who faced the shadows without fear and discovered a ghost unlike any other. In a quiet little town, there lived a child who was known for being curious and brave. While other kids got scared of creaky doors or sudden noises, this kid always wanted to find out why things happened. Every night, their routine was the same: brushing teeth, listening to a bedtime story, then tucking in tight under the blanket. The room would grow quiet with only the soft glow of the nightlight painting gentle shapes on the wall. But on this night, something felt different. The air seemed heavier, and the shadows stretched a little longer than usual, almost as if they were alive. The first sign of the shadow ghost. As the night grew deeper, the room grew still, until a soft creak echoed from the corner. The curtains swayed, though the window was tightly shut. The brave kid blinked and sat up. On the wall, the shadows weren't standing still anymore. They twisted and curled, forming shapes that looked almost like arms. Most children might have hidden under the covers, but not this one. Instead, the kid's eyes grew wide with curiosity. "Who's there?" they whispered into the dark. For a moment, silence. Then, the shadow shifted again, stretching taller, darker, and moving closer to the bed. Something was in the room. Face-to-face encounter. The shadow slowly rose from the floor, tall and silent, until it stood by the edge of the bed. Two glowing eyes flickered open within the darkness, watching, waiting. Any other kid might have screamed, but this brave one leaned forward and said, "I see you. You don't scare me." The shadow ghost tilted its head, almost surprised. It had expected fear, not courage. Its voice, low and echoing, filled the room. "You're not afraid of me?" The child shook their head. "Why should I be? You haven't hurt me." For the first time in a very long while, the ghost didn't know what to say. The ghost's secret. The shadow ghost lowered its head, and its glowing eyes dimmed a little. "I hide in the darkness because everyone fears me," it murmured. "Children see me and scream. Grown-ups pretend I don't exist, so I stay in the corners where no one dares to look." The child tilted their head, listening carefully. "But are you dangerous?" The ghost shook its dark, misty form. "No. I was never meant to frighten anyone. Long ago, I used to watch over this house, keeping away bad dreams. But as the years passed, people forgot me. They saw only shadows, and shadows make people afraid." The brave kid's eyes sparkled. "So you're not a monster. You're just lonely." The ghost went quiet, almost shy, as if it hadn't heard kindness in centuries. The brave kid's clever plan. The child thought for a moment, then smiled. "If you don't want to be scary, then stop hiding in the dark," they said. "Why not use your shadows to protect kids instead of frightening them?" The ghost tilted its head, puzzled. "Protect them? How?" "Well," the kid explained, "when nightmares creep in, you can cover the room with your shadows. Not to scare, but to chase the bad dreams away. You could be like a shield, soft, strong, and safe." The shadow ghost's eyes flickered brighter, as if a spark of hope had been lit inside. No one had ever given it a purpose before. No one had ever imagined it could be more than a fear. For the first time, the ghost whispered softly, almost gratefully, "Maybe I can try." The transformation. That very moment, the ghost's form began to shift. The sharp, twisting shadows softened into smooth, flowing shapes, like gentle waves dancing across the walls. The room no longer felt heavy. It felt calm, almost magical. The brave kid stretched out a hand, and the ghost's shadowy form brushed against it, cool but comforting, like the night breeze through an open window. The ghost's eyes glowed brighter, not with fear but with warmth. The shadows wrapped around the room like a soft blanket, guarding the child from the darkness beyond. For the first time in centuries, the ghost felt seen, and the child felt completely safe. Ending and moral. That night, the brave kid snuggled back under the covers. no longer worried about the shadows on the walls. With the ghost nearby, the room felt peaceful, almost like a friend was watching over them. The shadow ghost, once feared and forgotten, finally had a purpose again, not to scare, but to protect. And for the first time, it felt proud of what it was. As the child drifted off to sleep, a gentle whisper filled the air. "Thank you for not being afraid." From that night on, whenever the shadows moved, the child didn't hide. They smiled, knowing their new friend was close. Moral of the story: sometimes the things we fear are not monsters at all. They are just waiting for someone brave enough to understand them. With kindness and courage, even shadows can turn into friends.